Hello everyone, David Klecker here. Let's go ahead and talk about Folkways. It's going to be a new database. So this is going to be, I'm going to install it, just like I've installed Martial Law and College of Magics. It's going to install in exactly the same place that I installed AutoHARP3. Should be a very fast install. A lot of the Folkways information is going to be found when you create a new character sheet and when you add in a new level. So let's go ahead and run AutoHARP3, Harp Fantasy. Let's get this going. Let's get this started. And let's go ahead and create a new character. So you'll see that it's been added to my book. Let's go ahead and just put in a character name. I'll just put in Harry. I don't know, whatever name works. I'll add in a social class for lower class. I'll click on next screen, and now you get to see all of the new races that have been added. I'm going to go ahead and select one of them, the Amarvish race. It's going to give you all the new information that came straight from the book, just like a normal race would in terms of like a dwarf or an elf. Except in this case, there's a little bit more information that comes from the books, but same idea of talents, same idea with stat bonuses. Select this as primary, same idea. Go ahead and go to next screen. Go to next screen here as well. You'll notice there are some new talents. You'll see here that we have new professions. So I can go ahead and maybe select, we'll just say the hunter. And so it gives me the same thing as it would with Harp Fantasies professions. Same thing with the professions from College of Magics. I have a picture, description, favorite categories, and abilities if I need to select any of these. So I'm going to go ahead and select that as my profession. Next screen. I'm going to go ahead and select a culture. We got new cultures: aerial, aquatic, arctic, borderlands, coastal. I'm going to go ahead and select coastal. It's going to show me all of the adolescent ranks for this one. Again, description, preferred locations, clothing, decoration, demeanor. Select that one as primary. And I'm going to go into professional ranks, and there will be some new skills here and there. But I'm going to go ahead and just add in ranks quickly. I'm not really going to spend too much time putting in ranks at specific spots. So if you see me putting in this kind of randomly, there's a reason. I just want to get through this. So go to next screen. I'll add in my adolescent ranks. And I'll just click on next screen and finish up my character sheet. So we've got new races, new professions, new cultures, and new skills. We're also going to have new levels. So if you click on next screen here, there will be some new levels that have been added. You'll notice that the active blood magic has now been lowered just a little bit because we have added in some new talents since I believe since College of Magics. So you can select any of the new talents that are listed here. The other thing that we'll see is you're going to see a lot more training packages. So again, all of the training packages that come from the book, they're all listed here as well. And of course, in addition to all of the talents and training packages, we also have the new skills that you can also select. The big addition to to Folkways is the culture generator that's listed here. Clicking on this seems like, what am I supposed to be doing here? The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to click on the create a random culture, and that's just going to set up the environment to allow you to create the culture that you want to create. So you can go ahead and just add in a culture name if you want. We'll just call it, I don't know, testing. I mean, it doesn't really matter what we're calling this. And for each one of these categories, we're going to have prompts. So how is this set up? This is set up according to the way the book has it set up. There are 20 categories of which we're going to be answering when it comes to this culture. What are the environmental ways based on topography, water, ecosystem, and weather? What are the urban ways based on permanence, configuration, aesthetic, stratification? What are the family ways based on reach, relationship, authority, and idolization? Each one of these categories is going to have a prompt that's going to shape the way you're going to type in the topography, the water, the ecosystem, the weather. Or maybe you don't want to use the prompt, or maybe you want to regenerate the prompt and come up with something that might be slightly different or something like that. Like weather is nearly always tranquil, given the culture an easy, laid-back quality. This culture generator is going to require a lot of work on your part because it's going to be something that you're going to, it requires a lot of imagination. What is the culture that you're trying to create? But when it comes to gameplay, if you're having your players go into a specific area, you have all of the information that you need. So they get in trouble with the authority. So what's the authority ways? They want to marry somebody in this culture. What are the marriage ways? I walk into a particular area. What's the environment? How do they dress? Things like that. So what are we supposed to do with all of this stuff? Well, you type in information as you see fit. So I'm just going to type in, cut and paste some example information that I have in my database here. And so what you would be doing is you would be typing in this information into each one of these 4 subcategories. And I have my culture name listed here. And so what you will end up doing is, as you're typing this in, let's say you are done for the day, you want to take a break, you can always come here and just save this culture to a file. And what this is going to do is it's going to open up the dialog box for me to save. And I can go ahead and I can make a saving change here. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is going to be testing culture file. I just want to know that this is a culture file that I'm saving, not a character sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. I'm also going to go ahead and open this sidebar to show you that I have in fact saved that culture. And if I create another culture, I can go ahead and save that as well, and it will show up here. And so if I keep creating a whole bunch of these cultures, I can basically just open them up inside of this culture generator and I can look at them. Now, what's another thing that I can do besides just typing in a whole bunch of information for cultures, saving them to a file, and being able to open them up and go into each one of these cultures? Well, I can print them. So the end game with the culture generator is that you're going to generate all of this, save it to a file, and then hopefully maybe eventually print it. And so when you print this out, it's the same as a character sheet. It's going to create a PDF file out of this. It should go ahead and open it up on the other window for my computer. So there it is. And it's going to print out each category as its own separate page. So it gives you the topography, the water, the ecosystem, and the weather. And it gives it to you based on the category. So you can have this as a hard copy open so that when your characters run into this culture and you have a question about one of these categories, you have the information sitting right in front of you. Or you can just go ahead and use the application program here that you can just open it up and then look at it listed right here as well. What else do we have? We got the culture generator. Most of that stuff I've already gone over, and that is basically the end of what Folkways can do. So again, we've got a lot. It's basically mostly a database edition. There's a lot of new races, a lot of new professions, a lot of new cultures, skills, and whatnot. But we do have this culture generator, and this doesn't apply to creating the culture itself like you would pick a culture like Sylvan or Deep Warrens. It doesn't create that, but you can always use this to help you create that using AutoHARP Architect if that's a helpful thing. If you forget how to use any of this information, you can always go ahead and click on this question mark button. It'll give you all the information that I basically just described in this video. Beyond that, that is basically all there is to Folkways. It's a lot of database stuff and then the culture generator stuff. Again, as always, thank you for purchasing AutoHARP3. If you have any questions, anything that you want to ask about Folkways, go ahead, put it in the comments below, and happy gaming.